Okay, so what we have today is a big box of cardboard recycling that I'm going to break down. I'm going to use the KWB custom knife in M390, and I've already sharpened this. Last time it's got the same edge as I did it on the Sigma stones. Only thing I did was to get it a little sharper edge because it was shaving sharp. I'm trying to get it tree topping, so I used Spyderco ceramic ultrafine rod. Did about 5 passes per side on that, and then I used the Portland Knife House diamond spray on a strop, and the edge came up nice. It was tree topping arm hair, and it should get this. It should at least slice this Rizla green cigarette paper. That's the gum side, that doesn't count. I have to do it pretty close to the hold though. And it's not really quite there at a push cut, especially on the side. Doing it on lengthwise like that, it's a lot harder. That push cuts a little bit. So that's the sharpness that this knife is at. Look up KWB blades on Instagram. He's got some great knives. This is the 3rd custom I have from him. I really like them. They're not that expensive either. You're not going to have to pay an arm and a leg for a quality knife with I mean, look at that handle. Look at that handle. And it's a partial tang too. This thing is light and balanced. It is so incredible. I mean, I don't know what to say. The guy makes knives that are like, if I was gonna make a knife for myself, it's what I'd make, you know. But I don't know that I was gonna make it. You know what I mean? It just has, I don't know. It's nice. And then later on, I'm gonna do an unboxing, and we're gonna resharpen this knife after we cut up the recycling. This is an extra coarse DMT, what is this, a Duo Sharp? No, this isn't the Duo Sharp, this is just the regular Duo Sharps are the other ones. That's the one I was gonna get, but they had the price mislabeled on it. And the price wasn't any, I thought they had a good price on it, but I thought it was better than it was, and it wasn't. It was full price, so decided not to get it because those Duo Sharps aren't cheap. So I got this one instead. You can always use an extra coarse diamond stone. They're very handy, and I like small stones sometimes, but for a lot of like the early work, bigger stones help. We can remove a lot more metal a lot faster. I have an Easy Lap 6x1, but that is a different type of diamond. There's monocrystalline and polycrystalline, and I can't remember who has what. It might say here. One of them breaks down and fractures, and one of them doesn't. And I think the DMT uses the one that doesn't break down, and Easy Lap does. So it's nice having the extra 2 inches here too, versus here. I'll get the stone, show you. This is what I keep all my stones in, all my diamond and ceramic stones. I got these at a really cheap price. I can't remember what store. It's like Sportsman Warehouse or something like that. But that's the I put a label on it. That's the extra course Easy Lap. A lot of people don't like these Easy Lap stones. I haven't had a problem with them. Just use water, soap and water, oil, baby oil, mineral oil, vegetable oil, some kind of oil, and same thing with the Spider Go ceramics, because it just makes the diamonds last longer. And use very light pressure. Let the stone do the work. Don't press on them because they will just rip the thing out. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this later on. But first, let's get to the cutting. So this might be a two-parter because I forgot to reset the phone to see if I can make longer than 10-minute videos. So here goes the cutting. And I'm going to cut these up more than I normally would because I want to try to see how much this M390 knife will cut before it goes dull, because I haven't really played with steels more than S90V. I did have that one from Sean Houston, Big Brown Bear, that S25 mini trapper that he let me use, and that thing just stayed sharp forever. It was it's hard to get that thing to go dull. I wish I could have had it a little bit longer and played around with it more, because I think I would have probably fixed the problem I had with it on the cutting board. And I wasn't trying to say that was the knife's fault or whatever. It's just sometimes there's a geometry thing that the knife's made suited for one task, and it has the geometry for another. Because that's like an outdoors knife. It wasn't a kitchen knife. But I literally got tired of cutting cardboard because I was cutting for so long, and the knife was still shaving. It cut easily like 4 times the amount that I would normally cut on like an 8CR13 knife. Let me go get some gloves. I'm making myself nervous here. Safety first, guys. Actually, safety second or third, you know. But you over focus on safety. You want to be safe, but I don't know. I watched a thing where the Dirty Jobs guy, Mike Wells, said safety third. If you think about safety third, it's actually first. If you think about it first, it ends up being third, which is not where you want it. Humans were interesting creatures the way our minds work about stuff, you know, because the thing is you hear about safety so much, you just become numb to it, you know. You start tuning it out, and then you get careless, and you stop paying attention. So that's what his argument was, which I don't know, I can't disagree with it, because the jobs I worked were at Montgomery Ward's and as a warehouseman, and at UPS as a package handler, and it was safety, and people they stopped caring. They didn't want to hear it. They stopped caring. And the UPS job is a very dangerous job. You know, a lot of people got hurt. Everybody had been hurt at least once on workers' comp. So you always want to work safe, and knowing my luck, I'll nick myself while I'm cutting. on camera. That seems to be my pattern. Okay, it's part 2. I changed the resolution and a couple other things, so hopefully this will work a little better. I mean, the quality might be a little lower. And I guess Kylie's right, I do cut at a 45-degree angle when I'm cutting things. I thought I only did it when I cut really thick stuff, but I guess not. I guess I just do it all the time. Didn't even notice it. It's kind of weird. Your perspective is different from your perspective versus what the camera sees. Because you can think push cuts are, I mean, slicing. You think you're doing a push cut and you're actually slicing. You're actually going along the whole edge of the blade, just because of the way your arm travels. It travels in an arc. So, you know, you want to push straight down like you're whittling. And this is going to be fun to clean up. Yeah, this knife just zips through everything. It's about as thin as I want for a hard use blade. It's about .00. It's 15 thousandths behind the edge. 0.015. Let's see if I can take a measurement with my caliper so you can see how thin this is. And this is about as hard as work as I do. This is all the, I mean, it's almost embarrassing. I don't get to use knives for real. I get just use them as glorified letter openers or box cutters. I used to use a knife for work, and it's completely different. She used it in the warehouse at Montgomery Ward's, and it's my Benchmade body salon. I think maybe 29 or 59 or something. An older one. I got it in 1992. I used to use that for a work knife. And that thing was very thick behind the edge. Had a really wide angle, like 30 degrees per side. So it was like a 60-degree inclusive angle. And they made them in a couple different steels: 12C27, Sandvik stuff, 440C. So I think I got the 12C Sandvik stuff. The knife is hard to sharpen for some reason. It's one of the knives I tried to learn sharpening on, and I still have problems trying to get that completely sharp. The other knife that I tried to learn sharpening on also had issues. To this day, I still have a problem sharpening it. I have to be very careful what I do with it, how I sharpen it. That's not the knife getting dull, that's just me using poor technique. So my hands are starting to get cramped up. I have a bad tendency to ham fist everything when I work. I have to tell myself to relax. And just go light, you know. Instead of using the death grip on everything. That new Benchmade Bali song looks amazing. It's expensive, but it looks fantastic. I wish they'd make just a user Bali song like they used to for like $50. If I had my choice, I would carry a Bali song. That would be a butterfly knife. It's my favorite type of knife. And they're legal to carry here in Oregon. You can own them and carry them. You just can't really have them concealed. So if you wear them on your belt or in your pocket where they can be seen, you know, they usually don't mess with you. And if you're not causing any problems, they usually treat you kind of decent. So the whole knife law thing is stupid, if you ask me. It's just silly. This is not like one knife is more dangerous than another because of the way it opens or the way it locks. A $3 paring knife is just as dangerous as a $400 switchblade, you know? So I'm not sure what's going to go on with Blade Show. I'm not sure if that's... see, I almost cut myself right there because I have a cut tendon in here, so my finger sticks out, and I went straight like this. Straight like that. You see that? If I didn't have my thing, I would have nicked myself. I have some Kevlar. I've got 2 pair of Kevlar gloves, but I don't feel like digging them out right now, that I usually use when sharpening or stuff, because I have cut myself sharpening a couple times where I needed stitches by holding the stone in my hand and not paying attention. Because a sharp knife, it'll go through you like you're not there, like just a little flick like this, and it'll go straight through your hand. If you don't try, believe me, try it on like an orange. Just set an orange on the table and just flick at it. It'll go right through it. A sharp knife will just go right through it like it's not even there. So that's why I bought a stone holder. I've got this stone holder that I got after I cut myself. I should have had one before, but got one of these Woodstock, Steel-X Woodstock stone holders. You can put almost any stone in there, and then that way it's up off your hand, so you have much less chance of hurting yourself. Because your hands, there's a lot of ligaments and tendons and stuff that you don't want to damage, you know. It's better to be safe than enough with hands that don't work. This is part 4. Camera stopped on me, I didn't know. So still doing cutting, starting to enjoy myself. I'm getting into the flow of cutting stuff. Saved up this cardboard for about a week, a little bit more, so I could do this test. just want to see how sharp this knife is after I do a week's worth of cutting, because normally I would just do this out all throughout the week, but I saved it up. So what I'm shooting for is edge retention of a knife for a week, so that it's still tree-topping hair after a week's worth of work. That's the goal I'm shooting for. If it's still shaving sharp after a week, that would be fine too. But without stropping, without touch-ups, anything, just okay. Let's see if it's still shaving sharp. Yep, still shaving in both directions. Still cutting fine. My hands aren't cramping. I took off the glove so I could see if there's any hot spots on the knife. My hands are cramping more. I'm not tensing them up anymore. Got a medium grip on everything, so everything's going really a lot easier. That's just poor technique on my part. You don't hold the cardboard firm enough, it'll just bend and you'll tear. You got to hold the cardboard with enough force so the blade will bite into it and cut it. I don't think the auto restart worked last time, so because I just noticed that the video wasn't recording, so there might be a gap in the work I've been done. So you guys didn't miss anything. I was just babbling about stuff. But I was thinking of when the Blade Show, if we're going to have it this year, if Blade Show West is going to come to Portland again, because that would be awesome. I ordered my Tormek and the paring knives, so hopefully I'll get those reground pretty soon and sharpened and set off to KWB blades for the sheaths. And we'll have a giveaway, and I'll hand a couple out for a pass around or just for somebody to have, because of knives they've given me, and just to test out, see how they like it. I want to thank Kylie Harris. He encouraged me to start doing regrinds and stuff. Instead of, I was trying to do knife sharpening, you know, just to pick up a little extra cash, but that doesn't seem, it didn't seem to work. I didn't have the right something, so that wasn't working. Because most people I knew didn't, they really didn't want a sharp knife. They'd either just buy another knife or they'd use it dull. If you sharpen it for them, they thought it was too sharp, and they were scared of it. They weren't used to handling sharp knives. So I just sharpened for my parents and stuff, and people on Cliff's forum. I did have one customer off of Instagram He brought me a whole bunch of nice knives, some old ones where the steel was just amazing. It was just so easy to sharpen. On an old Gerber lock back, oh, it was incredible. A couple other knives was nice. But to be honest, I'd rather teach somebody how to sharpen than get paid to sharpen knives, you know. So that's how I made that video. That's why I made the video, the series of 3 videos of how to sharpen with. Because I gave him a medium Spyderco rod and a strop, so he could sharpen his own knives. Because I had an extra Spyderco medium rod around. I didn't need 3 of them, and I have a profile stone that's medium too. I didn't want to have to. Didn't want to have an extra one that I wasn't really using. And, you know, it'd be better for him than using the steel that he was using, because the boning knife that he had was the steel was real fatigued. I had it sharpened a couple times before the edge would apex nicely. So it's cool to use. Cool to use the Spyderco ceramics as a steel, because they'll get rid of the fatigued steel on the edge. There'll be a little bit of abrasion, because they're really, even the medium stone is fairly fine. The fine stone is fine, and the ultra fine is super fine. I always use them with oil or water or something. They don't load as much if you don't use them with oil. And they're actually usable stones if you use them with oil. I know they're designed to use dry, but I like using them with oil. I like using everything with some type of lubricant. Let's see how much time I got left here. I got 2 minutes 10 seconds. So let's see if this auto starts again and makes another video automatically. This is either part 3 or part 4. I'm not sure, because the video stopped recording there for a second, so I don't know if it started again. So if I said this is part 4 and this is actually part 3, that's the reason why. Really be nice to film more than 10 minutes at a time. That was the problem I was having on my computer too. So I got a different computer, so maybe it'll work a little better. Yeah, this is going to be a blast to clean up. I don't know what I was thinking. This is not going to be fun. I should have put down a towel or something so I could have just lifted it all up at once. Or a sheet or a blanket or something. I also wonder if they're going to have the Oregon Knife Show this year. I'd like to go to that. Went to the Blade West in 2018 and had a ball. Got to hang out with Mike Emler and Nico. That was amazing. He showed me all sorts of amazing mid-tex and custom knives. And I got to meet David from Riyadh Knives and Leon Ma. Love Leon Ma's knives, and David from Riyadh. His knives are just amazing. I really like that Horizon D. They showed, Nico showed me a Brian Nadeau knife, and I really wanted to get that one. That's a really nice Evo Typhoon. The Evo Typhoon was just, his detent system is just amazing. There's no catch, no nothing. It's just a smooth open and a smooth close, like a slip joint. but it's locking. It's amazing. It's a really nice knife too, you know. The handles were done nice. It was just I'd never seen knives like that before. Honestly, I didn't know that knives could be that nice. Okay, I think we're finally running out of cardboard here. That looks like to be it, so I'll try to find some more body hair on me somewhere and see if I can test for sharpness pretty soon after I get through this. Get some phone book paper or some newsprint, see if it still slices or push cuts that. This knife also has a fairly fine finish on it. It's not really a slicer, you know. That's why I also having some issues with the cardboard. If it had a lower grit edge on it, it would just zip right through it when I do a draw cut slicing motion. Okay, I'm actually over 10 minutes. Nice. 12 minutes and 50 seconds. So we'll see how long this goes. Be nice. I think the quality is going to be a little bit lower. So the trick to that is just to make the screen smaller, make the streaming the video, the streaming that you're watching, make that smaller. It'll look better instead of going full screen. Some places here the cardboard is doubled up, so it makes it a little harder. My legs are falling asleep. We got a couple more boxes to go. I'll test for sharpness. Then I'm going to do a video of the unboxing of this and do a sharpening video, because I sharpened this last time on the Sigma 2 Select stones, and I'm going to try doing a diamond progression and see if that's better. I have the Veneve OCB stones coming in the mail pretty soon, so I'm going to do a thing about those too. See how those go with the steel, because even, I mean, this M390 is, you know, it doesn't like being ground at all. Even with the silicon carbide stones. So I want to see how the diamond reacts. And I also have a couple Veneve stones, some little small ones, so I can see how that likes it. The Spyderco Ultrafine seemed fine with the apexing the knife. That wasn't an issue. And I'm also going to try Cliff Stamp's method of using friable silicon carbide ultra coarse stone. And then like a King 1K, and then like a diamond plate or a Spyderco rod. set to apex and see if that's actually easier than doing what I'm doing. That method works almost all the time. I haven't had it not work that many times. It usually works for everything. So, but it's a really good way to sharpen your knives. You just want 3 stones and spend less than $50, I think, and get those 3 stones. Because a task garden hone is about $10. A king 1K is about $25, and Spyderco ultrafine or medium or a DMT 600 foil is like $10, $15, $20, depending where you get it at. So we're almost done. We just got these 2 little boxes and this one to go. And then hopefully I can find some more armor leg here and do a good job filming it on camera. It's still filming almost at 20 minutes, 18 minutes and 57 seconds. It's kind of disappointing though that I can't make this in high definition. Because that's what I got the camera for, the phone for, so I can make high definition pictures and videos. But that's when you have computer scientists that think that there'll never be a file that needs to be bigger than 2 gigabytes. Those 2 gigabytes were the size of whole hard drives at one point, you know. My hands are going to be sore tomorrow. That's good though. It means you did some work. Being sore is good. It means you did something. You're sore right now, to be honest. But I'm almost done. So. Achievement for me. This is fun. I like this. Really had a good time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. That's it. Alright, let's see how we are for sharpness. See if I got any hair that I can use to display sharpness or not. Okay. Looks like I have some over here. Well, that's not showing up too well. I'm going to turn the camera a little. Yeah, it's not really shaving anymore. It's kind of scrape shaving. I mean, I got hair that came off. But it's dull. Let's get some paper and see how it acts. Well, I don't know if it'll actually do a push cut. No, but it'll slice. It'll still slice. Let me see if I can get see if it'll shave some leg hair. Yeah, I guess it's still shaving leg hair. Yeah, still shaving leg hair, so it's not that dull at all. Definitely doesn't feel as sharp as it was. Anyway, we got 24 minutes. Okay, so now I know I can do a 24-minute video at least. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me. Take it easy.